Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? You guys are good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get on today's video session. Here we go. How you guys doing today? Are you all guys fine today? Go! We're back on Panasonic. Yeah! How you guys doing today? I just have my rock and roll music as always. So let's get started on today's video session. So today, what we're going to be doing today, right? We are going to be talking about Panasonic television. Yes! Amazing, isn't it? So we're going to be talking about television today. And I think loads of people already have given you information about this television. So I'm just gonna make my brief and short video on this television. I'm not gonna make it too long for you guys out there because there's already been too much information on this television. So there's no point keep on repeating backward and forwards. So we're not gonna do any of that today. Right. This is Panasonic HZ2000 television. Oh yeah. Okay. It's been critically acclaimed, right? It's the best 4K OLED TV. It's been claimed as that. In my opinion, it's a great television. Okay? It might become one of the best 4K OLED TV for 2020, man. It might even pick up the awards. The way Panasonic made this television, right? It's improved from its 2019 model. All right. Now we know the other brands, right? They're going towards 8K, but this television still is on 4K. Yeah, is 4K a good thing or a bad thing? Well, that's the resolution we be having for a few years now, haven't we? What's so bad about going on 4K? Some people are complaining. They're saying that, oh, the other brands are already on 8K. Why isn't Panasonic, also going on 8K? He's going back into 4K. But 4K is a great resolution. And if you look at these televisions, most minority TVs made in 4K, they weren't at even this quality. So what's the point skipping 4K and just going to 8K straight away? I don't see no point doing that. Now, Panasonic finally has created a great 4K TV. So well done to them on that technology. Okay? Right. Also, this television, right, has a master HDR. Okay? OLED professional. Addition. It has that. So it's got this kind of thing on there that you can adjust and customize it to your liking. It's a really good option in this television. When you're going to look through this, you will see a lot of things that this master edition does. You have to look into this television because I can't show you any images right now, innit? I'm just speaking about it, innit? Because it's more better if you talk and show the images, innit? I understand that. You will understand it, but when you look into this television, what I just told you, it's going to impress you. All right? Uh, and it's an improved version from his previous televisions. What does he improve a version on? It's the HCX, right? Pro processor. That is quite improved in this television. That's what gives you the great display quality. Because the more better the processor, right, the better processing you're gonna get with your display and all the stuff and the features which are added to this television. It's like a similar thing like a computer. Because you know the CPU processors you have in there, that's the main system resource, isn't it? Without that, you're not going to have good speed anyway. Because it's the main thing of a PC as well. CPU is the main thing that of a PC, how it operates. This is the same thing in television as well. If you got the main processor in there, right, that is how you're gonna get high performance and other features after following that thing to interact with it. A processor on its own is nothing, but when you have added all other features to it, it gives great help and performance to the other things that come along with it. Okay? It has a Dolby Vision IQ, right? And filmmaker mode. Now, Dolby Vision IQ, you probably know already. You know what's that all about. A Dolby Vision IQ is a thing that brought us the Dolby Atmos sounds. Okay, it's a sound technology. It's one of the most amazing technology for your Dolby's surround sounds. And if it's got a subwoofer, I'll give you that as well out of it. Okay, and filmmaker mode is right. Uh, all the things like when we're watching a drama or a film, you're looking at all sorts of things in a movie, isn't it? Has a window showing the sunlight, the brightness, all sorts of other things. We're gonna go into that a bit later on anyway. So it supports both of them, which is really good to have. So well done Panasonic on that as well. So that's a really good thing as well. If you look at this display, right, this is where we're going to come at when I was on about the filmmaker mode. Let's get into this thing now. Basically, it's about the filmmaker and the display. So this display is a really amazing. Okay. So what does it do? So what are we getting in this television? Especially, we are getting brighter room. Yeah. Woods. Car park. And clothing that looks good on the characters when you see them. So let's explain this properly. You see the televisions we already own. And you know when we watch a particular scene in a movie or something, and it has the brightest display of any Panasonic television. Okay, and having the brightness, you will able to see more brighting scenes in movies. Okay, now if you're in a place like a forest where there's loads of woods, right, you're gonna see a proper glimpse of the woods, even there on the ground or high, medium, like something's holding it. You can actually see the clarity and the visuals, right, of these woods in a very high quality manner. Okay, car park. I mentioned car park. Car park is like your car. Obviously, it's standing somewhere, isn't it? It's in a car park. It's like where it's a park where there's lots of your cars or just one of your own car, right? You can see the shiny glimpse of the car's metal. It doesn't matter what angle you look at the car, you can see the car. Very shiny metal. It looks so amazing on the display. When you're gonna see this display, especially on cars, you're gonna see how your car is parked. Because lots of people are really after these kind of things, aren't they? Clothing. I said it looks good. When you're in this kind of environments, right, where you can't see things very clearly, but there is a bit of light. Oh goodness. My goodness. You know the clothing the character's wearing? You can see that so amazingly. Such in a high quality standards, man. In high quality standards. That character, when he's like moving around his head and all that, he's walking or he's just standing by his car and he's speaking. You can see the shine of these clothes on this display. Panasonic's done a really good job on this display, I'll tell you that. I'll give him that one. The sound. Let's get into the sound. The sound has probably improved a bit, but these parts are probably just similar. The sound has 140 watts. Whoa! That in a television. Man, come on. I have never heard 140 watts in a television. That's just insane. That's flipping loud. It's loud. Left, right, center speaker, whatever. It's all there. And 140 watts. It's pretty loud. I gotta say that. Okay? So the 140 is a good amount comes into the speakers. Okay? And it gives a great sound to the subwoofer, man. Okay? It's the sound's bit improved from his last year's model, which was 2019 model, and it gives improved sound by Technics. Do you remember Technics? Technics were people who used to give them hi-fis. They're back in television, man, for the Panasonic television. Don't get confused. Panasonic and Technics are the same people. Technics is Panasonic. So what can we understand when Technics comes in there? We expect incredible sounds when you see the name Technics. Boom, Technics. Just like this. Techniques. Come on, man. Rock and roll with me, guys. Come on. Technics. Yeah. Full blast sound. I mean, I know this has Technics sound in there. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You see, the TVs from the past, they were absolutely rubbish. Rubbish. Rubbish sound. Okay? Absolute rubbish sound. So now the problem arises here. Because if the previous televisions had crappy sounds, people bought big receivers. They bought 5.1, 7.1 receivers with satellite speakers and big subwoofers. Now that's where the problem arises. I don't know how this can be recommended to you now because, like, every person who owns a television has got one of them receivers. But if you're one of them people that still don't own a receiver, do not buy a receiver, okay? Because you're in a good treat with this Panasonic HZ2000 television, right? It will give you great sound without needing a AV receiver. You do not even need one. So yeah, there you have it. Really good. Well done, Technics. The HDMI won't support, right, 4K 120 FPS. It doesn't support it. So what does it support? 4K 60 FPS. Okay? So that can be a problem for some. If you're a console gamer, right, you're gonna get drops from your frame rates. Because these new consoles, they will get good FPS if it's 4K 120 FPS. Yeah? But here, it's only 4K 60 FPS. So you're going to get a bit of drops. If you don't care much about that and you're alright with 4K 60 FPS, it's pretty good. If you look at a lot of even the PC technology, I don't know what people are on about here. They say that it's not good for console games. Why not? Why isn't it good? If we look at the most demanding NVIDIA GTX video cards, it's always run on 4K 60 FPS. And people actually enjoy that. Now, why are people complaining that we need 4K 120 FPS? Okay, there might be a few drops. So what? It's not going to be like a lot of drops going, it's going to start shaking like crazy. It's not going to be really bad. Even if it does that, it's still, you're getting 4K 60 FPS out of it. That will still give you a good, fair amount of FPS out of it. And I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's going to be still medium to decent quality. Okay, even if it's not to the highest standards, you will get medium FPS out of it. So I think people shouldn't complain about that. You should be happy whatever you're getting, what Panasonic's doing. Maybe because Panasonic knows what he's doing. That is why he probably didn't include this thing in this television. There must be a reason behind it. Maybe his HCX Pro processor would have performed bad. That could happen, And I think that's why he didn't use the, HDMI support for 4K 120 FPS. Anything can happen. He wants the television to be to higher standards. He doesn't want to lower his standards, does he? Just to give you that 4K 120 FPS. I think people should know that. Yeah. They shouldn't get too much into that. Otherwise, you probably get bad quality TV then, wouldn't you? I think it's really that. Right, now let's go into view on the what's this at the back of the television. There is a component AV input, okay, optical digital audio output, okay, Ethernet, very nice, very nice, and two of USB ports. It's got all these things in there. So yeah, I hope you guys understanding enough about this television. It's a pretty good television. In my book, Panasonic HZ2000 is the best television of 2020. Okay, let's go into the prices now. If you want to buy Panasonic 55-inch, it will cost you 3,299 pounds, okay? Which is quite expensive, I would say. Not cheap. Then the next one is even more expensive. If you think that's expensive, look at this one. Panasonic 65-inch is 4,299 pounds. Wow, pretty expensive, man. Oh my gosh, not cheap at all, is it? Oh no, very expensive indeed. So it's a very expensive television. It's got some very good stuff to this television as well. It's even got the My Home 5.0 screen. It's got that as well in there. Yeah. I would say it's a great display, giving you that Dolby Vision IQ and filmmaker modes. They're both in there, right? And the way your films were intended to be watched, it gives you all that on this display. Okay, you won't be disappointed with the display. Okay, the topmost is the display on this thing. Then you got the sound. My Technics. Wow, you don't need a receiver. It's a great sound. And then you got Paramount ports at the back. The television looks amazing. The design is so amazing. It's very beautiful looking television. I'll tell you that. You can't stop gazing at it. And then from the side it's very slim. It's a very slimline television. It looks very beautiful to look at from the front. Any angle you look at it. From the front, the sides, top, bottom, back, whatever angle you look at this television, it looks beautiful. Looks absolutely amazing. It's one of them televisions that we were striving for many years. We never got one in 4K. I think it's good that Panasonic released this TV in 4K because all the 4K TVs we own, they're not at this standard. He's done a good job releasing a 4K TV. If this is the last lineup of 4K TV, then great because this television is absolutely incredible. This is one of the most amazing 4K OLED TV to date for 2020. It must be bought if anybody is looking for the finest 4K 60 FPS OLED TV, 55-inch, 65-inch TV. This is the one to get in 4K. Get your hands on this television. You ain't gonna be able to beat it, man. Not in 4K, you won't. For me, it's the finest television for 2020. So do be serious about this television. If you're looking for a state-of-the-art television, Panasonic 55-inch and 65-inch, this is the one to get for 4K 60 FPS OLED television or TV. Yeah, so Pachasi. You won't make any mistakes buying this television. It's a state-of-the-art television still. Even for console gamers, you will get 4K 60 FPS out of it. That's not bad at all. We've been playing video games, don't know for how long, how many years for, but we've been playing games on 4K 60 FPS. Why are people complaining now? Now, if we've been playing for many years before, we could still play on that 4K 60 FPS. It's not bad at all. At least we're getting at least it's not 4K 30 FPS. That'd been worse. At least it's 4K 60 FPS. Yeah, there isn't an option for 4K 120 FPS. I know there isn't, but it's still good we're getting 4K 60 FPS out of it. So console gamers should be really happy about it. Okay? Just could be just a few frame drops. Doesn't matter. So who cares? We've always been playing games on that resolution, on that kind of technology. Believe it or not, some people want to be able to tell if there's any frame drops. You want them to tell. Only experts can tell. Professional players. Most majority of people want them to tell. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my video session today. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.